What is up, you heathens and demons, you sinners and saints? Beautiful, blasphemous bastards, you. Welcome back to The Raging Atheist. I'm going to try to do this without my headphones on. I think that'll help. My ears are hurting. Had them damn headphones on all day yesterday. 6.5 hour stream. Then I went out and I hung out with Wildheart, who's been having some excellent streams. I've been having a lot of fun going over to Wildhearts Channel. Never really know who's going to pop in. A lot of different worldviews. Put his link in the description once more. If you're into open room content, check it out. It's sometimes definitely worth the views. So I had fun last night. But today, I've been talking about it for a few days. Me and all my lefty friends here in Michigan, we're boycotting the 4th of July. We thought about, maybe having, and I got my mic propped better. It's right in front of my face. So if it's popping too loud for you guys, let me know. But we were talking about, just getting together, and then we all decided, well, that's not really boycotting the 4th. And me personally, I quit drinking again. I don't want to be around people drinking. And the point was, we're going to boycott the 4th. So we all decided we're going to stay home. And I'm staying home today. And I'm definitely having an open room tonight. I'm hoping to start it at about 6 p.m. I hate my phone sometimes. All right, I'm hoping to start about 6 p.m. Might be a little later. 6:30 at the latest probably, but I'm hoping to start at 6 p.m. Already got it set up. Got the room ready to go. So if you're not celebrating the 4th, if you ain't doing shit, because there's no reason to celebrate freedom when they're taking freedom away, come hang out with me. Have an open room. If everybody's partying, nobody shows up, then I'll just watch some shit for a few hours. But I'm hoping some people show up. I know Marty's gonna be there. She's already got a spot. And we'll see who shows up. Now, last night, I went into Wildheart's room, and Jill came in, and he put something in the private chat to the effect of, Knock is a racist, and none of y'all called him out for it. But then he proceeded to not be there for an hour, right? An hour. Jill's just quiet. We all think he's passed out drunk because, Jill... Puff is going to be there. And how y'all doing in the side chat? Sandy's here. Kent Hovind CPA. Marty, what's up, Marty? And Red Fang and Puff. I'm boycotting. I'm not going to celebrate an illusion of freedom when we have fundamental evangelical Christian nationalist ideology taking freedom away from Americans. So, going to have that open room. Now, I first met Joe, I don't know, 4 years ago. He was one of the very first people that I ever did a live stream with, one of the first Christians, one of them. I think SFT was the very first one, and then I think I talked to some reverend. Stupid phone, shut up. It's not even about me. You're not even my bank. I get these weird text messages that have nothing to do with me. And I think it's the last person that had the number because I switched my number, because I didn't want Will Kincaid having my number anymore. So my new number, I get these messages from banks that aren't mine. I don't know. It's I hate it. I know I need to do something to get that shit off of there. But, Jill's always been cray-cray. The first time I ever met Jill, was in a Scholar Fiction chat, and I'd seen him around for a couple days. It was when, this was around the time I first went on Surus's channel, and Surus introduced me to the world of live streaming, because up to that point, I was just making videos, and I wasn't talking to anybody. I was just making videos for a year. didn't even know how to stream, that I could stream, didn't understand YouTube at all. And Cirrus really opened me up to this world of streaming. I went on to Cirrus' channel about the movie I did with Matt Powell. Ended up going on Cirrus' channel several times, meeting a lot of people, started streaming myself, saw Jill in the side chat one night, and I'm like, this motherfucker crazy. He going at Skylar Fiction hard as hell. So I invited him to come chat. I was drunk, and we had like a 3-hour conversation. It's been insane. Ever since then, he's like accused me of running away from debates that I don't run away from. I've had like 3 or 4 debates with the dude, and I've crushed him every single time. I don't even really consider it competition. Well, he comes into the room, and like I said, he makes this statement in the private chat that I'm a racist, and they didn't call me out for it. The rest of the room did not call me out for it. Now, I had been in the room, and me and Cerberus talked a little bit about my stream yesterday. We got a little bit into abortion. Cerberus and Wildheart got into it about abortion for a while. And then finally, after an hour of, I don't know, maybe he passed out a little tipsy, and then he woke up, needed a drink, and he realized he was finally in the room. Finally, Jill says something. So we're going to get right into it.
Benghazi says...
Great rage.
Oh, Jill's back.
Wow.
It's called being a hypocrite.
Well, just a second. I have my headphones off.
What's being a hypocrite? The fact that I have trust issues? I'm good with that.
No, I was talking to Rage.
Well, then next time say that so he gets confused.
I'm going to fill my soda glass. I have my headphones off, Jill. You're finally back. I thought you passed out drunk. Not talking shit. I've been a drunk. But I'm going to fill my soda glass, so don't start in on me until I get back, yo.
Wait, didn't Jill tell me his God didn't exist, and isn't he going to say his God exists now?
Oh, sir, how's it going?
Isn't that hypocritical?
Wait, Jill, did you say?
See, doesn't he kind of sound like he's just waking up? Like he just, he came into the room, passed out at his fucking desk, and now he sounds like he just woke up. Jill's a lolcow. He's funny. I've gotten many laughs off of his racism, bigotry. He still, and I'll bring it up in this stream at some point. He still won't answer my challenge of just showing me his arm, right? Like, he claims to be a black dude, but espouses all this white supremacy, and I don't think he's black. That's just my opinion. Now, if he was going to assume I'm racist or claim that I'm racist, you would think, like, me saying shit like that would be like one of the first things he said. Well, Knock doesn't even think I'm black. And I'm like, I don't have no reason to think you're black. You ain't never showed your fucking face. I ain't never seen his face. And I don't even want to see his face. I'm just saying, show me an arm. And I want him to do it in a situation like you're going to see in this stream where he doesn't have a chance to go out and grab somebody from the street and bring them in and show me their arm, right? I want to do it on the spot. But he won't answer that challenge. So, all right, let's get into it. So I'm going to fill up my soda glass. I turned up my mic a little bit because I noticed I was a little low in some of these streams. So hopefully, this is my first time watching it back. It didn't seem like I was too loud. MathPig did a funny little video. If you haven't seen it, go check out MathPig's video. He got some funny moments out of this. And this is fucking hilarious. Wildheart goes the fuck off on Jill, and it's fucking great, man. Oh, I love me some Wildheart.
I thought
yeah. A couple of times in different situations he said it.
Well, I've learned since
What's up, Jenna?
past election that we live in 2 different realities. So when you say things, I just have to sort of nod my head. So like when I'm talking to your old,
Look, you're the one that said it. So
like yeah, that's
I don't know
right.
what that means.
That's right. Yeah.
My internet keeps going out, by the way. Jill, welcome.
Welcome back, Wild. That was funny, girl.
I thought it was. I'm a funny guy. So Cerberus said that. Oh wow, I'm big string. I don't like this.
With a great laugh.
It's funny because, Gur was doing rooms like I was doing rooms for a long time. Gur did rooms for a long time. I came in and I disturbed quite a few of those rooms. I was probably a good chunk of the headache. But he's gotten like to the point that I was at. Like, I'm tired of having these open rooms. I actually enjoy going into other people's open rooms. I'm not in control. I don't have to try to do 5 things at once, try to keep up with the conversation, somewhat keep up with the side chat, make sure my OBS is running, make sure, like, I've got everything going. Like, I would just rather go in somebody else's room and start talking some shit. I enjoy it. Now, I stopped enjoying it because I was going in and I would be intoxicated. I'd only started drinking again for a couple months, 2-3 months, but the drinking definitely fueled the medications I was taking, but I would be intoxicated on a lot of fucking medications that late at night, it like kicks in and it's really like I've been taking this shit all day. But the last few weeks I've been doing a lot better. I don't drink. I got just this one medication now that I take. It's just one medication. Doesn't really fuck me up all that bad, but it's a deep nerve. Like it helps my nerves in my feet, and it's been a big help. So I'm feeling a lot better, and I'm clear-minded. I'm getting used to that shit. So I really think like going into rooms and just fucking going on a rampage, those days are probably done. Although I'm still gonna have my rage moments. I showed a rage moment yesterday. Shit's gonna happen, but usually I'm finding it's a lot easier to keep my calm now. Now that my head is clear, I'm not. I've got a good rein on my emotions now. A lot better than I did for quite a long time. Especially once I started going to the doctor trying to fix my feet. They just made this shit worse, and I wish it was all over, done with. But the doctor I'm seeing now, he seems to be taking care of shit. But the first doctor didn't do nothing. For 8 months, nothing.
So, Jill, Cerberus just said that you claim that God didn't exist. Do you know what he's talking about?
That only happened in his world, in his reality.
Sorry, I missed the racist bit. How was Knock a racist, Jill?
Oh, well, Knock isn't back. Knock stepped away.
Let him come back.
I'm back now.
Okay.
I'm here.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
So, yeah, what's up with that?
Great. If you want to do the Jill, if you want to do the Knock thing with Jill and Knock.
All right, so it's going to spread out over a matter of time. WildHeart is awesome. I do see that Amy Newman's here. What's up, Amy Newman? I saw Ginger Nation. How you doing, man? I haven't seen you around in a while. Math Pig is here again. If you haven't seen the Math Pig video, I saw it first thing this morning. It's one of the reasons why I decided, fuck it. I'm going to go ahead and do a stream before the open room and show this shit. A true boycott of the fucking 4th, right? Like a show that I'm here all day. I ain't doing nothing. And Math Pig's video was a good inspiration for that. So thank you, Math Pig. That laugh this morning was exactly what I needed with my first cup of coffee. If you guys haven't seen it, go check out Math Pig's video. Give it a like and give him a sub for sure. He got some funny moments out of what we're about to watch here. But this is gonna go over a period of time. WildHeart is gonna give Jill chance after chance after chance after chance to explain why I'm a racist. This is fucking hilarious, y'all. So we're about to get into it.
The first time it happened, Jay Pasek still has the video where he reviewed the whole thing.
Right.
If you ask Jay for the link, I'm sure he'll give it to you.
Right. But I just want to know what the claim
sure.
is. What is the claim Jill is making exactly?
So I argue that the necessary thing is existence, because if existence isn't, nothing can be. That's what we're getting to. Racist. Are you talking about the racist? Oh.
The racist thing, yeah. Yeah, Jill, what's the racist claim you made?
What's that?
What's the racist claim you made? You made a claim that someone was racist. Can you give me the argument for that?
What did Rage say?
Contact?
What did Rage say that was racist? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. Yeah, Jill.
I don't know. When did I say that? Today?
Yes.
It's in the private chat.
Oh yeah. I put that in the private chat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You're all racist against Christians.
You fucking sick
First of all, Christian isn't a race.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Right, you go.
Oh shit! So it immediately went from Knox a racist and you haven't called him out, panel, to you're all racist and you're all racist just like Knock against Christians. Man, I like Jill was tying one on last night. I ain't gonna fucking lie.
No, fuck it. No, fuck off, Jill.
That's the dumbest thing I've heard all day.
Wait. Hold
And
on.
I, for one, don't have a problem with Christian. I have a problem with Christian nationalists, and there's a difference between the two.
Wait, WildHeart. Obviously, your stream, you do what you want to do. But what if
Yes.
we change the topic to what Cerberus?
No, that's fine, but Jill is not going to be in here. He claimed someone was racist and then claimed we are all racist because Christians.
And this is what I mean by Wildheart crushes JiL's idiocy. Wildheart just doesn't fucking accept it and doesn't take it, and he puts him backstage. It's fucking great. But he's going to give him more chances. But right now, Wildheart's already fit. Like, you called Knock a racist. You called me a racist. And now you're saying that we're all racist because we all hate Christians. This is fucking classic, y'all.
Christians is not a race, you thick motherfucker. Fuck off.
Hey, I never knock anybody for kicking Jill out.
Oh yeah, and I'm not giving you grief, WildHeart. I was just
No,
an idea.
That
was fucking funny.
He doesn't deserve to be on the stream. No. Sorry, sir, carry on.
Well, no, that's the thing. Like if Jill was here, he could kind of enlighten us. But anyway, go ahead.
Well,
Cerberus.
I can. If you guys want to hear it, I can run through it real quick.
No, we couldn't.
Summary.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay, so
So Serb is stuck on something that he had proved Jill's idiot. I mean, we've all proven Jill's idiocy at some point. I believe he's taking it down. I think it's private now. But there was this time when Dragnot got Jill arguing for a word, a thing that Dragnot made up. That was classic. And Cerberus, I guess, caught Jill on something. So Cerberus is kind of caught on that. But they're all talking about the racism thing, and Cerberus just doesn't quite get it.
existence is the necessary thing because without existence, nothing can exist.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If it's the necessary thing, then it's not contingent on anything. Everything else is contingent on it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But they, as in the type of Christian Jill is, says God is the necessary thing, not existence. Therefore, they're saying that without existence, there's God, but if you're not in existence, you're in non-existence. So their God doesn't exist.
What was his response to that line of thought?
Oh, it's been different each time we run through it. The first time was just absolute being dumbfounded, which is why Jay reviewed it, because it was.
All right, so I got that wrong. Cerberus is trying to explain the lunacy of Jesus as Lord, who we have lovingly termed Jill. And I think it's a fitting name because Jill is like one of the most bigoted people I've ever met. So giving him a feminine, it's an extra little dig. Giving him a feminine nickname is an extra little dig at him. You know what I'm saying? It's always been a little, every time I say Jill and call him Jill and he answers to it, I get a special satisfaction from that. All right, so Cerberus is trying to explain how he could possibly think that, Christianity is a race. But it's going to get crazier.
Him, Praise, and someone else basically all said their God didn't exist at the same time, like in unison.
I'm laughing at the private chat, by the way.
Let's see.
This last time, I think it was interrupted. I mean, it was a welcome interruption, but it was interrupted by Michael. Trying to explain to Jill how the logical implication from what he was saying is that his God didn't exist, and Jill just couldn't get it.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. So, I haven't talked to Jill since the end of the Smoky Days, before the end of the Smoky Days. I haven't talked to Jill in quite a while. But I find it interesting, and I'm going to comment on it at some point in the stream. I find it interesting that he spends so much time thinking about me. I really think that last debate that we did, the one where Smokey flipped the fuck out because Jill got crushed, I think that really got into his fucking head, and he just never stops thinking about me. And I enjoy that. I really do. I do. Yeah, Jill isn't very bright. I still get a laugh out, and I acknowledge that, Vosh just was smarter than he is, but I still get a laugh out of the time that Vosh got Jill to admit he's a white supremacist.
I missed that. I would see that.
It was on Modern Day Debate. I was in the side chat. I was like, Vosh clearly doesn't know who Jill exists, or he wouldn't be here, or who Jill is, or he would not be here right now. It was not even a debate. It was pathetic.
So he went up against Vosh?
Yeah, and Vosh got him to
God.
got him to literally say he's a fucking white supremacist. It was fucking hilarious. And I'm assuming, because I have no idea still to this very day how the fuck Jill got a debate with Vosh. And this was, I don't know, maybe a year ago. Vosh was probably sitting around, I don't know, 150,000 subs, but he was really starting to really blow up at the time. Just had like this big debate with Destiny. Had a couple big debates with Destiny. Had a really huge debate that I saw live that was fucking great with Sargon of Akkad. A couple of them. And Vosh was really blowing up. When I first started watching Vosh, it was I actually briefly met the dude in a after party hangout that Steve McRae was given for the Vosh episode of the Non Sequitur show. And I think his channel was around 40 or 50,000 subs at the time, and that's when I kind of first started checking out Vosh. Still watch him occasionally. Sometimes I make time to still go over there and see what Vosh is saying, because while sometimes he can be harsh. One of the best debaters I've probably ever seen. He doesn't take no shit in a debate. So I don't understand to this day how Jill got a debate with Vosh. But he got a debate with Vosh on Modern Day Debate. You have to go hunt it down. Go to Modern Day Debate. Just do a search on Vosh and you'll find it. You'll see it. Vosh has had a few debates on there now, but you'll find it. And in that debate, Jill was just so far behind the intellectual circles that Vosh was spinning around this dude that he literally got him to admit to being a white supremacist. It was fucking insane.
I'll have to check
but
that
but
out.
it's because Vosh was just walking circles around him, and Jill just didn't fucking understand no more.
Oh, that's funny.
This is why I don't go after Jill anymore. If you're a Christian and you're not smart enough to know not to tell me your God doesn't exist, then there's something wrong with you, and I'm basically just punching a baby.
Sir, I respect your opinion. What should I do with Jill? Should I ever let him on the stream, let him on sometimes, let him on, never let him on?
Well, I mean, it doesn't bother me, Wildheart, if that helps you. Because he has often called me a racist. That was the dumbest reason he's ever given.
It's a strange reason. It's a strange reason for calling someone racist, saying someone's against Christian. That therefore he's. I mean, it's thick as fuck. I can give him that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It expanded though. Like it started with me, and then it became all of you.
I know.
Everyone in the Hangouts is racist because they. Fuck's sake.
See, I was going to ask him, is it wrong to be racist if you're given good reasons? I have a feeling he would say that it wasn't wrong to be racist if given good reasons.
I won't mind, but he's the most racist person. If I let him in, he'd be the most racist person on the panel. But he's racist against.
That's one of the things about Cerberus, because he will ask questions that'll make you think. Because like when he first asked that question last night, I was sitting there thinking about it. I'm like, I kind of understand black folks being racist against white folk. I can understand it. But then, my thought processes spin a little bit more. And I'm like, well, it's still wrong to be racist. And, white people just need to be better and show that, that they're just human beings, and I think more and more of us are. Sadly, we're in a time where more and more are being emboldened again not to be. The white supremacy has been dominant in this country for most of its existence. So it's going to be a struggle to squeeze it out. If you really think about it, in 1870, 90% of the country were white supremacists. That's not that long ago, right? It's going to take a long time to squeeze that out. And then you get people like Donald Trump come along. They really push one of the major political parties to the right. And here we are again. So all of this is just fucking hilarious. I mean, it's sad, and Jill really represents that. And I lost my track of thinking as I was going through all of my spew and shit. But that's going to happen when I'm doing this shit. And I'm about to turn the camera off and really smoke a ball. I'm going to try to keep my camera on more. I can smoke this. And I think I even turn my camera on and smoke a bowl on Wildhearts Channel. But every time I do it, I can't be comfortable. Even though it's legal here. All those years of it being illegal, for some reason, I can't get over it. Some people can't. I get uncomfortable. So, we're just going to continue because I lost where I was going.
It's his own fucking mess.
That's why I call him Uncle Ruckus.
Really, just a fucking idiot.
Yeah, he's definitely racist against black folk. He does not like black folk. He likes Beckel. I'll give him that. That would be a better justification. Like, when I say shit like that, that would be a better justification for saying that I'm racist than the fact that I call out Christians.
Why not?
There he is.
And real quick, I will give him credit. He does like Vecco, but it's like the only black dude I've ever really seen him get along with. It is because they hold a lot of the same atrocious Christian views, I think.
Give him 60 seconds to pretend he wasn't listening while he was backstage when he clearly was.
Oh, I forgot about that game. We need to play that game.
Oh, yeah, play that
I
game.
like that game.
Yeah, next time you get a chance, play that game.
So for anyone that doesn't know what the game is, when you're going back and forth with Jill and he starts trying to filibuster, you just hide him. Say the part he's trying to filibuster over. And if he comes back in and didn't hear you, you just hide him again and say it another time. And 3 times you're out. Right? If he doesn't hear it the third time, you just kick him.
Yeah.
I like
that would probably work, maybe. Jill, he went to own the libs again, I guess.
I don't know what happened. I was put backstage.
Yeah, you stopped listening.
That whenever a claim is made about me, I'm not allowed to respond to the claim, so the claim becomes true. Sort of like CNN.
No, you claimed someone was racist because what was your justification that someone was racist? Or actually, you said everyone in the hangout was racist because
Christianity is the race according to Scripture. Yeah.
Well,
real quick, I don't know. Kent Hovind CPA. I've never really listened to Jay Robin much. He's one of those philosophical dudes, Darth Dawkins wannabe, acolyte. And I don't know if Jill is just smart enough. Like, we're gonna come to a point in this, like, literally, because I'm questioning him being a teacher, that he's gonna try to prove he's a teacher by asking a simple question. I thought he was asking Wildheart, but I guess he was asking me. And that question was, what is -1 minus 1? That's the intelligent teacher, Jill.
Let's just accept it. Why are we racist against Christians?
1 Peter chapter 4.
Help me with that.
Because the Bible says so. Like 1 Peter chapter 4. What does that say?
So many of these narratives become true.
Racist. Remember, racist.
No, quote. You said a part of the Bible, or say the part from the Bible. Don't go on about something else.
Oh, it's in 1 Peter. We are of a peculiar race. The word is used. Race is used there.
Okay, but how does that make everyone here racist?
Christians are
And it doesn't. Like, eventually they'll pull up that passage. You'll see it doesn't say race. It says a peculiar people.
we are considered.
Maybe, like, it might not even say peculiar, but the race is not the word that's used. It's people.
We don't consider Christianity to be a religion. Those who actually study the text.
Okay, but I said I'm already granting you, for sake of argument, that it's a race.
Yeah.
Now, how are we all racist?
No, that's a new
Oh, come on, Jill. Don't even. I hope. Oh God, I just dumbfounded. Like he didn't think it would go there.
Not only do I not have a problem with Christians, I'm friends with Christians. I don't like Christian nationalists. I don't think it should have any place in our government. But I have no problem with Christians. How am I racist because of Christianity?
And that's one of the ways you can become racist, by calling those who you don't deem to or you don't like Christian nationalists.
No, they call themselves Christian nationalists, and I'm saying I don't agree with them.
So,
That's what they call themselves, and I don't agree with them. I do not align with their values. I do not. That does not make me racist.
You don't align with any Christian's values.
That's not true.
Friends. You don't align with any Christian
That's
values.
not true either. You're ridiculous.
No, Jill, I'm going to go back to the... I'm not going to grant you that hating Christians.
I'm going to praise his channel.
I'm not going to...
I'll see you.
Oh, come on.
That's a thing that Jill does. You know, like if we once you start like really going at him, he'll threaten to leave, but he'll never do it. I remember this one stream, and it became infamous, right? And we still fuck with Jill, even though Jill does, I think, make an attempt to speak to women now. But we still fuck with Jill over it because there was this particular one stream. It happened over the course of several streams, but this particular one stream, there was a lot of women in the room. I know Marty in the side chat was there. And one by one in the room, Jill just would not respond to them through the entire fucking stream. To the point that the dudes in the room recognized that he was never even acknowledging any of the things that the women were saying to him. And we all started calling him out for it, and he would just refuse to speak to a woman. He said, "I will not speak to any woman besides my wife." And it was one of the weirdest Mike Pence types of shit I ever heard in my fucking life. You know Mike Pence, the former vice president that calls his wife mother. Yeah.
Is it because we accepted?
Well, I mean, that's what you'll get.
Oh, it's because he didn't think you'd go there, and now he has no way out, and he's ridiculous.
So how is Christian a race, Jill?
I was Christian a race because the Bible says so. I already answered that.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean when I
yeah. Why is black a race? Because the white liberals say so. So
no, the Bible says so. It's not. How is Christian a race?
Like he literally just said, black isn't a race. It's only considered a race because white liberals say so.
Religion.
Because white liberals say so. Religion. Why is brown skin a race?
Religion, you
because
black is a race because it has it has no components of culture, right?
It's a social construct, right?
Jill, what do you do for
constructs also?
What do you do for a living?
So if you already know that answer to that.
Jill, where does it say that Christianity is a race in the Bible? I'm genuinely curious.
You should not be a fucking teacher, Jill.
No.
1 Peter chapter 4. So, Rage, if you ever, and this goes for any of your false narratives.
I'm fucking losing it here. This is too funny.
If you ever give me the opportunity to cross-examine you, I will crush you on the Vosh issue.
Right,
FYI.
Jill, how is a religion?
Don't you dare bring up Bosch. I'm here to call you racist and not say anything.
Christianity a race?
Yeah, what verse? You said it was 1 Peter what?
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He knows the Bible. It doesn't matter. That just means the Bible's.
All right, so Idiocy, Wildheart's gonna crush him down, send him backstage, give him another chance. But right there, like I noticed at some point, like my camera's on, I'm smoking weed, So somehow, like, I must have double clicked it and didn't realize for a while.
Let me get the
How is Christianity? How is a religion a race, you thick motherfucker?
don't lose your. You know what?
Wait, Jill. Is 1 Peter what?
No.
Let me look it up. Hold on. WildHeart is going.
Says it in the Bible.
About to have a heart attack.
A religion is not a race, you thick motherfucker. You should resign. If you are a teacher, and I don't think you are, you should resign tomorrow. You should never teach
WildHeart. He's saying not only
motherfucker.
Not only is he saying Christianity is a race, he's saying black people is not a race.
Oh yeah, like. Anyways, yeah. What's the verse?
Everyone in here that I'm the only math teacher. WildHeart, what is -1 minus 1?
Well, I've seen a lot of people I haven't seen in a while. How you doing, Tana Jedi? Like I popped in real quick to y'all's to the Geek Room stream last night. But I jumped, found a room, and so I was only there for a second. How you doing, man? I see Maya Atkinson. How are you doing? Man, so many old folks starting to join again. I'm loving it. Jefferson Spatchcock, man, how you doing? One of these days we're gonna have to have that lunch that we've talked about forever. I see James Hogue, Udef, Spooky. How you doing, Spooky? Yeah. This was fun last night. I've been having a good time again, especially after 2 months where I was really just not liking going into rooms, and it really affected me wanting to do really any content at all. But the last few weeks it felt like old times again. It's been fun.
-2 all 0.
-1 minus 1.
I'll give you that. I'm thick as fuck. The problem is that I'm thick as fuck.
Anyone else? -1 except for Star.
I don't see that.
All right, see there he was asking WildHeart. All right, so I was, because I think everybody thought he was asking me, and I thought he was asking WildHeart. It seems like he was asking WildHeart, but WildHeart answers it correctly. I don't even see how like that's an equation that you ask. What is, I just said you shouldn't be a fucking teacher. I've been saying it for, I don't know, since I met the dude. Like, if you're really a teacher, you should be fired. If they I have to hope that we're the district he worked for to find out the idiocy he spreads online, that they would make a decision that he wouldn't be teaching in their district. That's what I would hope. I think it's phenomenal. You claim to be a math teacher. Well, and your question is just the most basic of math. I don't know.
To try with you. I don't even have to think with him. I'm thick as fuck. And I don't even have to try with you. You are beyond moronic. You are beyond idiotic.
Math
you
teacher.
Not be teaching children. You should
math
not.
Teacher.
If you are a teacher, you should resign. You should not be teaching. You are thick.
You could have used me.
Wild. You're correct. It was -2. It's okay.
False.
-1 minus 1 is -2. If you're trying to say -1 minus -1, then that is 0, because the double negative turns into a positive.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about
It
that.
is my honest opinion that for the 4 years that I've known Jill, he has been straight up lying about being a fucking teacher. There's no fucking way.
Okay.
Yeah, there is no way.
-1 minus 1. Rage.
I still want to know what the verse is.
So there's what he asked me.
Christianity being a race.
There's what he asked me.
All right, let me get that for you, because Rage is not going to answer.
He just asked me to answer, and I didn't catch it. I didn't hear it. He just asked me to answer a question that was just answered. Like, seriously.
Right, and after you get that verse, explain
But
to
it
us
is -2.
the
Stand
definition
change.
of what a race is to you.
All right.
So we can see how
It's
else
in
it applies.
1 Peter.
It doesn't matter what the Bible says. Justify. It doesn't matter what the Bible says. The Bible's fucking wrong.
1 Peter chapter 2, verse 9.
It doesn't matter what the fucking Bible says. If the Bible says that Christianity is a fucking race, then the Bible is fucking wrong. Justify Christianity is a race, you thick piece of shit, motherfucker.
Jill, did you ask me a math question? I didn't think he was asking me. I didn't answer.
I love
WildHeart.
WildHeart.
This is exactly why I titled it "WildHeart Crushes JiL's Idiocy," because that's how you should talk to JiL. He's just a fuck. He is a fucking idiot, and he needs some tough love.
I took him a while. He probably Googled it.
Well, somebody else already answered negative too. I don't even know what I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just like piecing it together. I don't hear everything. I've been streaming for a long time today, dude. These headphones hurt my ears.
JiL, what's the W axis in geometry?
The what axis?
The W axis.
The W axis in geometry?
Yeah.
No, never heard of it.
No,
not a teacher. Unfortunate being a math teacher.
I'm not either to prefer, but
see how shit tests work, JiL?
If you're a math teacher, then fucking resign.
I've heard of the X and the Y axis, but not the W.
Have you heard of the Z axis?
Okay.
Yes, well, now he goes by a different name. We still all call him JiL. He still, as you can see, uses the Jesus is Lord avatar icon there. But I can't remember his new name because the Jesus is Lord channel got taken off of YouTube.
Okay, Z, yes.
Yeah. Oh, so now you know what those three are. What's the W?
I know what the W is.
Yeah.
JiL?
Wait, are you asking me something again? I don't know what's going on.
No, we're waiting for JiL to answer because he's the math teacher.
Ooh,
yeah,
man.
I was just shit testing him back since he's an expert in this field.
Never heard of it. Tell us what it is.
It's time. It's the time. Wait, it's the fourth dimension, but it's usually time.
It's the fourth dimension. That's not taught in high school.
Represents.
All right, so
Isn't it supposed to be like
what?
right
Wait,
angles?
it's not
Isn't
taught
it-
in high school.
Wait, hold on.
No, we don't teach that.
It's right angles to the X, Y, and Z, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we don't. That's not in the curriculum. So you went to.
Most definitely is in the curriculum. You're teaching at a high school level.
It is in the curriculum. My super munchkins in high school, I would know.
But aside from that,
yeah, rebuke and reprove. You know, JiL's doing a whole lot of rebuking of my racism here.
if you're an actual math teacher teaching in high school, you should know it, even if you're not teaching it.
Well, we don't call it the W axis anymore.
Okay. What do you call it?
I'm a math teacher, but I don't know the W axis. It doesn't exist. Oh, that's what it is. We don't even call it that anymore.
We don't consider it to be an axis. You're reading. We don't consider it to be an axis.
It's not an axis anymore.
Like the X or the Y axis.
No,
W axis no longer exists.
It's the spatial direction. Spatial direction no longer exists in geometry.
Well, we don't call it the W axis. No one calls it that. I don't know where you got that from.
I'm just warning you. This is another situation where someone asked you which direction was it long. I forget if it was longitude or latitude. You said the long way around.
Well, I'm not.
Okay, this is another one of those situations. You're digging the hole deeper.
So when you say X, Y, or Z, okay, what are you actually describing?
Axes.
A direction, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. We don't label it. You can label the direction any letter you want. There's no such thing as the W axis.
Yeah, there is.
Okay. I mean, you can call it whatever you want. I mean, it probably in the field of something like
geometry.
I guess you.
Erica Hubner is making a great point in the side chat right now. I've known JiL for a long time, and it'd be finding a needle in a haystack to try to like go through and find all the different times we've asked him what kind of a teacher he is. But I think it like changes every fucking time. Like this time he's a math teacher, but I don't think it's always been he's a math teacher.
Simple geometry.
No, not.
Hey, JiL, I don't pretend to understand geometry either.
Yeah, it's an invisible plane. You don't have to call it the W axis.
It's spatial direction, which apparently no longer exists in geometry, sir.
Yeah, and it's the dimension of time.
I didn't say dimension. I said direction. Space. I said direction.
Yeah, it's not something we calculate on a high school level. You don't.
Oh yeah. Speed, direction, all those things, not calculate.
How do you find the value? How do you? What's that? Yeah.
JiL, how is a religion a race?
Well, according to scripture,
I don't give a shit about scripture. Scripture's wrong. How
Oh
is
well, that's my basis.
How is a
That's
religion a race?
Oh, I do have the verse that he provided.
You want to read the verse for everyone?
Yeah, it's
No, you can do, but it doesn't matter. If the Bible says that Christianity is a race, then the Bible's wrong. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
How is the religion?
see, WildHeart just says it like it is. This is why I like WildHeart. He just says it like it is. Doesn't have much of a filter.
The Bible says a lot of bullshit that's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
true. So
That just means the Bible's wrong. That's fine.
I'm just going to grant
Hey,
the
Red
Bible.
Thing.
The Bible says
Sure, go.
Christianity is a race, but I'm going to ask Joe what the definition of race is then, so I know how to apply it.
Yeah.
Oh, look, more silence from Jill.
we're
And he's exactly right. Like, even if the Bible were to say that somehow all of these people that believe the same shit is a race, well, it'd just be another thing that the fucking Bible's wrong about, right? Like, it would just be one more thing that we would point at the Bible and say what a piece of fucking totally wrong shit it is. Another thing that would help people come to atheism as soon as they realized it was bullshit.
waiting, Jill.
What's that?
Service is
sure.
asked you a question.
Yeah, I asked. I was going to grant you that the Bible says race. Christianity is a race. But what's the definition of race then, so I know how to apply it?
Well, again, I was joking. I would say rage is a racist for a number of different reasons. Not
All right.
all jokes aside.
Like what?
All jokes aside now.
Is it because I don't think
All jokes aside now, I got to remember I'm not wearing my headphones. Man, my precious ears, man. I wore them damn headphones for so long yesterday. Shit be hurting. But I haven't done that. I haven't done a 6.5 hour stream in fucking ever, man. And this one's probably gonna last a little while, but not too long. Like I said, I got some cleaning to do. But so we just been joking up until now, right? Like none of that's fucking serious. I didn't say that shit seriously. All right, whatever. So what's your real reasons? Now, like I said, he could have said like the fact that I don't really think he's black. He could use that and it would be a bullshit reason, but it would be like better than what we've gotten. You know, he can even go back to the days when I was saying like, you know, when I told Smokey, like, why would you follow a book that was written by a bunch of sheep fuckers? Like he could use that and make a better case than what we've gotten so far. So let's continue.
you're black.
So all jokes aside, you're admitting that the Bible is wrong. You were making a joke about the Bible.
The word race there.
Which joke that the Christianity is a race. You were joking.
Yeah, the word race there is not something based on skin color.
It was a shit joke.
Like
it wasn't funny, but you know.
I still say like you could change my mind if you just don't even show your face. Just turn on your camera right now and show me your arm.
All right, I think the racism of the white liberal, what Malcolm X talked about, tokenism.
You know, my experience with people that just absolutely refuse to show their identities so far has been, hiding being a sexual predator. Smokey. Like why? Like, dude, you're a righteous Christian black man, right? You're a black man that goes out and espouse all this white supremacist shit, right? I just want to see an arm. That's all I want.
And pandering to the black community.
You realize he was talking about the Republicans.
It's the Black Lives Matter thing. That's it.
No, he's talking
right?
about
The Black Lives Matter thing, right? I support Black Lives Matter, so I'm a racist.
And abortion.
That's usually what I get from Jill, because pretty much since Eric Gardner, I have supported Black Lives Matter. And up until recently, it was, I supported the entire organization. I supported the leadership. Now, I had an issue, can't remember her name. One of the leaders is a Marxist. I'm not sure if she's still a leader anymore because there's a big controversy, and a lot of us, we didn't like it. But she was a Marxist, and she bought this multi-million-dollar home. But I've always supported Black Lives Matter. We'll always support Black Lives Matter until there's true equality in America. And that's usually the reason I get from Jill on why he says I'm a racist. I pander to black
more
people.
black people than anything or
I've heard that one before.
So are you saying, Jill, that Black Lives don't matter? If someone supports Black Lives Matter,
the organization Black Lives,
you're calling them racist because are you saying that Black Lives don't matter?
Wait a minute. I've come out strong against the leaders of the organization, especially the leader that claimed to be a Marxist and then went and bought a $10 million house. I came out strong against her.
That's what
particular leadership or the particular movement itself doesn't mean what. I can support Black Lives Matter and still be in disagreement with the leadership of that particular, I don't know, that particular organization that claims that title. You know, I'm almost surprised he's not going to bring up the one chant that they always fucking bring up. But Jill goes around and acts like, like Black Lives Matter people go around and just start killing folk. But they say the same shit about Antifa. When that's not the truth. Usually it's the people that are standing in opposition to these movements, the white supremacist groups that are armed, that they're usually the ones that do all the violence. If you go back to Charlottesville, Heather Heyer was murdered. But also, like the day before, in one of the chants, one of the whites, or they were like marching somewhere, and there was a bunch of anti-protesters against them, mainly Antifa. And one of the protesters, when we got him on camera, I think he went to jail for it. Pulled out a pistol and just put a shot into the fucking crowd. I'm not sure if he hit anybody. They act like because power corrupts, and oftentimes movements will have to find new leadership because power corrupts, and you should be replacing leadership. I think sporadically. The mistakes of a few overzealous activists does not represent the whole. But to Jill, the fact that I support Black Lives Matter, it means I'm a racist. But what does it mean I'm a racist against? White people? I'm a white dude. Well, I'm of mixed descent. I've got a lot of Native American blood. But, it doesn't make any sense. But that's usually the one I get. Now, eventually, and I'm going to let it play again because I'll say all this shit when it's playing. Eventually, Jill will usually get to his main point that all Democrats are racist, which is classic Jill.
So
right?
Someone supports Black Lives Matter. You disagree with them, Jill. Are you saying that Black lives don't matter?
In fact, just to get through it for a bit, I'm going to go ahead and just let it play for a while. I'm going to smoke another bowl, I think. So, yeah, I'm just going to let it play for a while so we can get through a little bit. And then, I don't know if I really need to comment. I'm always bad at that. But if I really need to comment, I'll comment.
Is that what you're saying?
No, all lives matter.
Right. So what's the problem with someone supporting Black Lives Matter?
Well, I don't know if you're familiar with what the group espouses, but everything that they teach harms Black America. It doesn't help.
I would imagine.
So,
it would
I'm against them because
it's called Black Lives Matter.
So the people that actually get out in the streets and protest for their civil rights,
shit.
They don't matter.
Again, it's back to American politics, and I don't give a shit about American politics.
You don't give
Black Lives Matter. I don't give a shit.
Black Lives Matters in the UK.
US politics don't give a shit. Really don't care. Really give less of a shit.
This is actually a world issue, though.
I agree with Wildheart.
Shit.
Especially if you voted for Biden, you should be talking right now. You should be exiled.
Now it's American because we're talking about Biden.
Don't give a shit. Don't give a shit about Biden. Don't give a shit about Trump.
Yeah, no, actually, Black Lives Matter is worldwide now.
No more politics. You shouldn't be allowed to speak.
Don't live in America. Don't give a shit.
on any issue.
Don't give a
None of
shit.
Should be excommunicated.
Right, so how is not racist?
But no, but that's his reason for me
I'm
being
not a
racist.
Christian, so I can't get excommunicated. So
I'm a racist because I support Black Lives Matter. That's how it came into this.
Hey, no more politics. And you're liberal.
You support a group that says Black Lives Matter. He agrees that Black Lives Matter. Yet,
All lives.
how does that make right? So how does that make not racist? I'm still missing like connection.
Well, he hasn't went to like all Democrats are racist yet, but he'll get there.
Yeah, I'm not
Hey,
going to
no
say
more
my position in
politics,
any of this,
man.
but
You-
I would pay to see Jill set up a stand during a Black Lives Matter rally, trying to sell bootstraps.
How about
Right,
Trump
so,
hats?
No,
MAGA
Jill.
hats.
Jill, I'm gonna hold your feet to the fire. How is not racist?
How was what?
How is not racist?
How was that racist?
How is not racist? You called him specifically racist.
How am I racist?
How is he
If I-
racist?
Well, he supports abortion, which kills more black people than anything.
What if abortion didn't kill more black people than anything? Then would it still
Actually,
be
I'm
racist?
gonna kick you. I'm not even gonna just put you backstage. I'm gonna kick. He supports abortion.
yeah, but Jill, it's not abortion to you because your Bible says that the human it doesn't exist until it takes its first breath.
But he was
So
claiming
it's not
racism.
abortion.
He was claiming racism, and then he brought up abortion. How is abortion racist?
Well, so Jill's problem with me is I stand against racism, and he's practically a white supremacist, and he doesn't like that. So he's got to, like, I don't know, do this weird little Jill thing.
No, just no.
I mean, the challenge is still out there, Jill. Just turn on your camera, show the fucking arm. I don't want to see your ugly mug. Just show me your arm. You've now had time to go grab somebody off the fucking street to do it, dude. Seriously. I just don't think he's a black dude. I think he's a white supremacist. Yeah, I love Wildheart too, man. He just says it like it is. And yeah, so, you know, he gave him another chance, several chances that time during that interaction, that longer exchange there. You know, why am I racist? Well, it's because he supports Black Lives Matter. No, that's not a good reason. So we finally get to, well, he's for abortion. And Wildheart just like crushes it, just backstage. I'm gonna kick him this time. But of course, you know, like when you've been dealing with Jill for a while, probably like me, and I don't know how many times Pixie's interacted with him. I know Red Fang's interacted with him, and Gurr has interacted with him, and Gurr's been doing this you know, open room thing for a while. The locals are fun sometimes. Like, we had so much fun with Sky Out back in the day. Sky Out and Jill, particularly. Some, you know, praise would come on every once in a while, but he just wasn't a very consistent local. Pretends to be a black dude.
It reminds me of that Dave Chappelle skit. The
I
Black
was just
KKK.
thinking that.
That's what it reminds me
I
of.
mean, we've never seen his face as far as I'm aware. He could be blind.
He claimed someone was racist.
I have never seen
two
anything
arguments-
of him, ever.
The two arguments he has is that the three arguments he has is that the Bible said that, I'll give that away as a joke. The Bible says that Christianity is a race. That's obviously bullshit. The second one was Black Lives Matter. The third one was abortion. No,
Yeah.
no, three strikes you're out. Fuck off, Jill. Fuck off.
I was gonna say, he didn't even get to the whole Democrats are KKK and all Democrats are racist. He didn't get there, but, you know.
I'm sure he would have gotten there.
I mean, I do give him credit. He didn't come in, like, because sometimes he'll have this meme of, like, Biden touching his I believe it's his he always used the picture of the kid that's his granddaughter. There was a couple, like, really weird Biden things with hair and shit. Biden's got, like, this weird hair thing.
Yeah, he did make some
But,
weird ass comments.
but the photo that Jill uses is the one that he's actually, like, showing attention to his granddaughter.
Just Wildheart.
No,
Idiocy.
he's put in the side chat that he got kicked.
Yeah, he's in the.
I know you guys aren't going to pick it up, but it's going to drive me crazy. It's 4th of July. I'm boycotting.
But the damn air show just started. And there'll be like 3 of them today, and it goes right above my fucking apartment. Somehow, like, my mic doesn't pick it up. I don't get it because it like blows my fucking eardrums out.
It's my chat. In the private chat that he got kicked.
I don't think he understands what that means.
I got kicked. If you were kicked, you wouldn't fucking be here. Bastard.
Say, dude, let him back in, dude.
I fucking agree. That thing has got it down. This has been, since Jill came in, this has been comedy gold, man. This has been great.
It's been great. Do it, WildHeart. Do it.
No, he's gone. And he left with his own accord. So.
But don't worry. He comes back.
So Jill willingly left the stream.
Jill left the stream, yeah. He wrote, I got kicked, and then left the stream.
And now he's gonna go cry that you kicked him.
But if I kicked him, he wouldn't have been able to write.
Oh, now you're a communist. You're a commie now.
Well, in about 3 days, he's going to start saying you're running away from a debate. It's going to happen, Wildheart, now that you've kicked him.
Math pigs, hashtag demonstrate racism. That's gonna be.
All right, so I'm not quite sure where Jill went. Like, I'm guessing he ran out of Jack Daniels. That's my guess. I don't know. But he comes back.
Like, demonstrate God. That's gonna be the new demonstrate God, Wild.
Oh, yeah.
There's only so much I could put up with, and that's too much.
That's funny.
Dude, I like the first time I ever met Joe. Oh, there he is. First time I ever met Joe. How long did we talk, Joe? The first time we met, like 3 hours.
Oh, you gotta send me that clip.
I still got it.
Before you were afraid of me.
I'm not. How am I afraid of you? I debate you every single time you ask.
Yeah.
I think I've literally like destroyed you every time.
Don't you still owe me a one-on-one on my channel?
Jill,
I showed up for that. We have talked about this for 2.5 years. I showed up to that. Dr. Josh was in the side chat. You did not show up. You was drunk.
Jill, you made quite a serious claim. You claimed someone was racist. Can you back up that claim? Why did you make that claim?
I'll get kicked if I try to back it up. I'll have a conversation with Rage on a platform that will allow.
All right, I gotta turn my camera back on for this. So just a second. Just a sec. We'll just go up here. We'll just go up here for now. All right. So, for like 2.5 years now. All right. So Jill came on the channel a lot, and he'd show up to the open rooms. Marty would be there. Like, all the old crew would be there. Marty, John, fucking Wuhita. I mean, we had this really good crew when I first started doing rooms, and we're talking like 3.5 years ago now. 3 years ago. Crazy times on the channel. Really, when the channel really kind of was starting to blow up, and I thought I was going to go there, and I fucked it all up. You know, things that I do. But for 2.5 years, in that first period, there came a time where he was like, I ain't coming on your channel no more. You need to come on mine. So I scheduled a time to go on there. I was there. Dr. Josh was there. Several people were there, and we were waiting on Jill, waiting. And then we finally left. And since that moment, Jill has said, I have ran away from coming on his channel. Since that fucking moment, he has said that and has maintained that for 2.5 fucking years. It's insane.
He's telling you he doesn't have any good reasons, because any reason he could offer, you'd kick him for.
Right, yeah.
Right.
So he's full of shit, basically.
So
Yeah,
what
I'll
is the reason you claim? It's quite serious. No, not in all seriousness.
And real quick, speaking of the old crew, like, holy shit, Messenger Reveals came on briefly after Trump lost, because he swore that Trump was going to win, and then it was like right in that time period. He came on for like 3, and I haven't heard from him since. Got a comment from Messenger Reveals, so maybe Messenger Reveals will be coming back around. Maybe, just maybe.
Seriousness, Jill. Not
on all
talking about
seriousness,
not
you want to
talking
kick
about
when I
you
speak,
claim
so-
someone was racist.
I'll help him out.
and I can back it up.
Back
Yeah.
it up.
Jill,
Yeah,
there
I
was
will.
at least
On a
twice when
platform that will allow for conversation.
Jill, I'll help you out. I'll help
Obviously,
you
it's
out.
not here.
I won't put you backstage.
Okay.
You made quite a serious claim. You
And
claimed
I'm
someone was
standing by
racist.
it. And
Back
you're the
it up.
racist.
Well, no, that's what I like about doing other other rooms. Why I don't like hosting rooms. There's no pressure on me anymore. Ox, no pressure at all on me.
Also,
Right,
bye.
what's the reason?
He's gonna go cry on Praise's channel.
Didn't touch
Man,
him. Didn't
I
do
wish he
that.
would have listened to me.
He's a piece of shit.
I was gonna help him out.
Let him back in. Let's hear the bullshit reasons how Knock is racist, and let him back
No,
in.
he left that time. He left that time.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah,
I
he
was
said
gonna help him
bye
out.
and took off.
There was 2 times live on stream where I said the N-word. Now I said it in a context of racist conversations that I was having with Smokey Saint. But he could have at least said that. It might have made more fucking sense. I don't know.
Let's think that his evidence of you being racist was that you.
Yeah, I made a video about that. It should still be up. I don't even know what it's called though. I made a video about it because I went into Smokey's room and it was the first time I met this. I can't remember the atheist name, but he had this like, I don't know, Andy Warhol type avatar going on, and supposedly he was an atheist. And at some point in the stream, Smokey Saint just went full racist, bigoted, and he tends to do that. And the atheist just jumped in it. So I made this video of me bleeping out all the times that they said the N-word or, the gay slur or whatever slur they were saying in this like 20-minute period. And I had over 100 bleeps from that period. And I lost my shit. They were just going... just full tilt white supremacist live on air in the middle of like a 6-hour fucking stream. It was insane.
You don't subscribe to Christianity. That was it. And I was like, what? That doesn't make any sense.
And he's pro-abortion.
Oh yeah, and that.
Yeah, but abortion, nothing to do with racism. The Bible, nothing to do with racism. Christianity being a race, not a religion, nothing to do with racism. He hasn't mentioned one single fucking thing that has any connection to fucking racism whatsoever. You lying motherfucker piece of shit.
I'm actually a bit, I don't know, complimented. It compliments me a little bit that I'm so up in this dude's head that he comes up with all of these fucking crazy ideas on why I am what I am and how I am. And man, I just love taking up that space in your head, Joe.
Jill, so what?
You
So
racist
why is not racist? Why is not racist? You made the claim. Why is not you made the claim?
Oh,
that
not
not
midnight. We're going
Back
Hey,
up.
ABT.
No.
Back up.
Back it
What
up.
reason-
Back
what-
it up.
Hello, ABT.
What reason did you have for making that claim?
He's a liberal.
Fuck off, Jill.
Wait. Don't kick him out. Wait. Oh,
That's it. Yeah, that's yeah.
Liberalism.
Liberalism.
The first political movement on the face of
Really?
the earth to be against racism. That's why you're
What the
racist.
fuck is a liberal?
Oh my god, midnight.
What? I don't know.
Go back to the
Oh,
Renaissance
awesome.
up until the American
Black Lives
Revolution, and that'll
Matter.
give you pretty much a good idea.
Liberal.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
reasons
like
that
the
have
the Republican Party,
racism.
when they started, they were liberal. And technically, both parties are quote unquote liberal. The idea of liberalism, especially classic liberalism, is old and kind of decrepit at this point. Well, what is described as liberalism now isn't really what liberalism is. So, Cerberus X was pretty much correct in his analysis there. I just had a debate about the party flip, and the Republican parties were liberal because they were against racism, right?
But there's a whole lot involved there when it comes to the definition of classic liberalism. Dave Rubin claims that he's a classic liberal, but he's not. He's an alt-right fucking grifter, and he'll kind of twist people's ideas of what the word means. So if you look at it in the context, like both parties are liberal, but Republicans will go around and they'll when they say liberal, usually they mean communist, socialist, enemy of America, right? When the socialists and the actual communists are sitting outside of the political system, like with absolutely no representation. So, the word of the liberal has especially in the last 15 years or so, has really been warped out of, what most people on the right consider a liberal is just not a liberal.
He has given 4 reasons for you being racist that are fuck off.
He doesn't have a single one, man, because he is the racist. Like he goes around saying the most racist shit you'll probably hear this side of Richard Spencer.
What I don't get is how does one being liberal entail that you're a racist? Like that's the part that gets me.
And at this point, I think we might be getting near the end, honestly, because I don't think he's gonna keep coming. He might come back another time though, so we'll keep watching.
Well, here's the thing:
Democratic Party is the party of the KKK. We're the party that enslaved the. We're the party that did the enslavement. He's not wrong there, but there was
an ideological flip, though.
Yeah, there was a flip. Yeah.
Because at one point, the Democrats were the conservatives and the Republicans were the liberals.
Oh,
yes,
yeah, no,
exactly.
I get all that. Yeah.
I just had a debate on it with CJ Cox.
Yeah, and I do know that the Democrat Party has a terrible history of supporting racist, fucking laws and all that
Does
shit.
anyone notice the bag under his eyes?
But,
CJ Cox or CJ whatever.
Oh, yeah, every time I see CJ Cox on a stream, he looks like he hasn't slept in a fucking week every fucking time I see him.
I've never picked on him for being smacked out ever. I wouldn't do that.
I've thought about
occasionally we'll have fun with CJ. Dude looks like he hasn't slept forever. There's been a couple times we're like, what you on, my dude? But I think it's just I think he just naturally has dark bags under his eyes, maybe.
making a comment here and there, but I'm like, that like, because it's just an observation. Like, dude, you look like you haven't slept.
Oh yeah, Tad. Me and Midnight, we go back and forth. He wants to have like a private conversation, so we can squash what. Like, no, you just be you. I am me. I call out shit, and I can kind of say what's on my mind.
In at least 2 weeks.
I've never seen this person.
I don't even know who that is. Midnight, do you want to sing?
Why do you ask me that every time I come in here?
Because sometimes you like to sing. Just wanted to ask you if you want to sing.
WildHeart's been trying to be gay all day long.
Oh,
And you're like the closest thing to a gay person I think that's been in here this day.
That's true. Because WildHeart did say that he's been playing as a homosexual person.
What about Jill? Jill's pretty gay.
Midnight teach me how to be gay.
Let's see if he comes back in, because I think he might. Yeah, he's gonna come back in.
You how to be gay? Well, I'm not sure if I can do that. How the fuck do you teach somebody to be gay? You're either gay or you're not.
You lock them in a dark closet and scream at them until they develop a fetish for penises.
Midnight is an albino from Albin. It's his race. Says Spooky Bit here.
What?
Yeah, it's in the side chat.
I mean, albinism isn't really a race, but whatever.
That's Spooky for
you. Well, I don't know. He was saying Christianity is a race, but I don't know why albinism.
I wasn't saying Christianity is a race. Jill was saying that.
No,
I was
Jill,
saying you were talking shit. Yeah.
Wow.
No, albino's not a race.
Well, so Jill put in the private chat. Google MAAFA21. There is your proof Knock is a racist. And I Googled it,
What?
and it's a I'm assuming a very right-wing documentary about black genocide in 21st century America. Is an anti-abortion documentary film produced by anti-abortion activist Mark Crutcher in 2009. I mean, this is why I'm a racist.
Abortion. Fuck all to do with race.
Jill, your life must be
You're
very.
beyond thick. No, I'm gonna kick you. I'm not even gonna kick you.
Okay, well, kick me, bitch.
Let me go up here for a second. So yeah, he literally put that in the side chat. So this is the reason I am racist. I'm gonna pull it up here. That's not really showing too much. That's just, I want something that's like about it. All right, this looks like what I'm looking for. All right, so we're gonna read this. Hopefully, this isn't gonna get me like a strike. All right, all right. So, Mafa 21. This is why I'm a racist. If y'all don't hear that, I have the best microphone in the world. Like, I thought my microphone sucked, but if y'all didn't just hear that, y'all have the best. I have a really good fucking microphone. They were stolen from their homes, locked in chains, and taken across an ocean. And for more than 200 years, their blood and sweat would help to build the richest and most powerful nation the world has ever known. So far, I'm kind of agreeable. That's history. But when slavery ended, their welcome was over. Wait. When slavery ended, their welcome, so wouldn't their welcome have been over like the moment they arrived? Or I would even say before that, like the moment they were taken by either African tribe or white European, because it happened both, and they were put into these forts on the coast of Africa to wait for a ship, and often mistreated, didn't get much food, often sleeping in mud, and then they're put on these ships. Like, wouldn't their welcome have ended well before slavery ended? All right, so America's wealthy elite had decided it was time for them to disappear, and they were not particular about how it might be done. What you're about to see is that the plan these people set in motion. God, that's so loud. It's going to be for the rest of the day. It's been 5 days now, these fucking jets. What you are about to see is that the plan for these people set in motion 150 years ago is still being carried out today. So don't think that this is history. It is not. It is happening right here, and it's happening right now. So this is a Planned Parenthood production. And this is why I'm racist. Okay, Joe. Okay. I think I don't understand. I don't think I understand.
What did I do?
Yeah, I say get rid of Midnight too.
Oh, they'll get rid of Girl.
Right. Yeah, no.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Midnight got in your body without your permission.
And I get that, but it's a very right wing, probably, of course, pro-life production, and it probably uses a lot of accurate numbers. Now, but the point is that that's why I'm racist, and I'm also sure it's full of a bunch of misinformation, propaganda. I get that it was saying though, once slavery ended, that we had no use for them, and actually, it's a fairly historically accurate statement when you look at it that way. But the fact to say that they were no longer welcome when slavery ended that kind of shows you the slant of where it's coming from, right? But historically, if Lincoln and then the presidents that preceded him and the Republican Party
had stayed true to Reconstruction and not allowed the then decrepit Democratic Party to take the South back over and institute Jim Crow laws, well, it might have been very differently. The progress of equality might have been very different. But Republicans didn't do that. Republicans had made a lot of money on big business during the Civil War, especially on putting rail across America. Railroad tycoons became a major thing, a very powerful thing. And they were directly tied to the Republican Party. So they wanted big business to spread. So they pretty much stopped Reconstruction and allowed the Democrats to run fucking rampant. And you had the institution of Jim Crow and the extreme lack of civil rights. That's history.
Fuck.
Oh, man, you let him back in. Oh. I'm just kidding, Midnight. You bitch. Yeah. So, Jill says a lot of stuff, but boy, he has a hard time backing up his claims. Like, it's really...
I just thought of the funniest shit ever.
4 reasons why someone was racist, none of them had fuck all to do with it.
No, I just thought of the funniest shit ever. How funny it would be if one day I get on camera and I'm all spray tanned. I buy a bottle.
You should do that.
I make the claim that Jill is racist. Now, I make the claim that Jill is racist because we had conversations back, especially at the beginning of the whole Trump era, where, you know, he was deeply supportive of locking every single one of them Mexicans up and taking the kids away, and he was really, really fucking atrocious about it. So, like, that's why I think you're a racist, Jill, and that's a legitimate reason, because you were very fucking racist when he was talking about that shit back then. You know?
Yep, someone talking about being racist.
I mean, I feel like
I am totally checking out.
See, that's how you do it, Jill. That's how you do it.
I'm totally checking out Math Pig's comedy video tomorrow.
I mean, I feel like being called a racist is lost its luster. Like, okay, I'm a racist. Cool. Like, what's your proof?
Did being called?
Well, I mean, I think though, I think if you're for taking away their kids because they're brown, that might be an indication.
Yeah, that would check out.
Math Pig, should I kick Jill? He's backstage. Should I kick Jill?
I mean, it's your stream.
Yeah, I'm just.
I thought he.
All right, we are definitely getting towards the end. Everybody's really hoping. You know, Math Pig wants a go fuck yourself ending. So I do believe like WildHeart's going to bring him back in one last time to try to get that in, but Jill ain't going to let it happen. So we're almost done.
He had to leave to get more pies.
He did say that.
WildHeart, it is your stream, and I respect your decision, but I vote let him back in. But
I thought you were going to say kick him out.
I'm going to wait on Math Pig. Math Pig, should I kick Jill?
Yes.
If you let him back in, you'll make his comedy video longer.
Or it might still go for a little bit. I might be thinking ahead here. No, this is the last time. No, he does come in way down there again, and I think that's the last time. And I'm not sure if I'm going to go that long. So we'll probably see what he has to say the next time he comes in, and that'll probably be it because less than 4 hours I'm going to be streaming again for quite a while. So
kick Midnight. Let Jill out.
Oh, wow, okay.
I usually have fun with Jill because he says so much outlandish shit that you can't really take him seriously.
And don't kick ABT.
Oh, poor
Kick
baby.
him.
Poor baby.
Says the man who's spending a Sunday here.
what's wrong with
WildHeart
Jill?
needs to share that a
I just
second
did
and
my
make it full
stream
screen.
earlier today.
Right, so fifth try.
No.
Why is not racist? Why is not racist? Fifth try.
No. We can talk about rock and roll.
Fifth try. You made a claim. Either retract the claim.
I didn't even get a chance to explain the first or second.
Either
try.
retract the claim or demonstrate.
No.
WildHeart, wait! Don't do it yet. Oh.
No. I wanted you to show what I'm trying to share while you was in the room.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, this is we're gonna have to talk about this. Math Pig showed this part in his video, and I think we've pretty much covered all parts. Yeah, we definitely
This definitely went longer than I remember it going. But that's what, like, you get lost in time with going into a lot of these rooms, man. I fucking smoke it when I stream. I smoke a ton, and it's a problem. If I want to quit smoking, if I'm smoking a ton while I'm streaming, that's not a good trigger.
You can do it otherwise, I guess.
Get rid of
William.
William.
William. Okay,
You
so
also-
what did I
No, do not get rid of ABT.
So there's one important piece of information to know from this. I have a word replacement app or extension that replaces his name with Uncle Ruckus.
Yeah, you can see the
So he's Uncle Ruckus in here. But he's saying things like the blacks leave their fried chicken dinner plates on the sidewalks with the
That's true.
food on the plate.
All right, so yeah, this was hilarious, and I actually remember this conversation. I remember this shit. This has stuck in my memory for a while. Now, again, Cerberus's mod that he's got changes JiL's name to Uncle Ruckus here. But this shit was crazy, and I didn't even know Cerberus had this. Makes me, Cerberus is taking chess. No, but he says that, this was just so crazy he had to, and I don't blame him. So JiL gets a little crazier in chats than he does on streams. Oftentimes, like if I'm in a room, JiL will be in the side chat talking just insanity, right? And then when he'll come on, it's usually like crickets, and you have to like pry it out of him. And then he's a lot more refined when he comes on and talks about it. But this is a great example of what a lot of times you'll get from JiL in a fucking side chat. And it's like, Uncle Ruckus said, that would be JiL, I live in a decent neighborhood at the time, but the blacks moved in, blacks in capital letters. My wife wanted to leave, is what it finishes. Down here, the blacks, all in capital letters, leave their fried chicken dinner plates on the sidewalks with the food still on it or some shit. Like, this is one of the most racist motherfuckers I've ever come across. And supposedly he's a black dude, right? He said it for 4 years, but nobody really knows if that's true or not. Nobody fucking knows, because nobody's ever fucking seen him. He also claims to be a teacher, and pretty much all of us know he's not a fucking teacher. I think that's been thoroughly settled at this point. But complete insanity, and this is a very good representation of what you're going to get from JiL if you interact with him in a side chat.
I remember that shit.
Wait, what the fuck? That makes no sense. Like, where the fuck does he live that happens?
And I'm just reading that in chat. I hadn't heard that. Holy shit. I'm going to have to find out what's going on with that during my break between streams.
That's true. There goes the neighborhood.
You have to make sure the wife locks the door, otherwise the blacks might try to get in.
Yeah,
Yes.
sorry, Jill, I don't accept racist motherfuckers on the stream. You can fuck a.
And I look at my phone as they have breaking news. At least 5 people killed and 16 others taken to the hospital in shooting at July 4th parade in Illinois, officials say. Follow live. Holy fucking shit, man. America. What's his name? Danny Glover's son. Dude that plays Lando in the Solo movie. What's his name? I can't remember his name. His music name. But that song you made, America. A lot of people, especially on the right, gave him shit for it. I always thought it was a beautiful song, an art song, right? It's not like the song you'll listen to over and over again, but it's the song you'll watch occasionally if you want to be inspired, because he truly represents America, I think, that song.
Right off.
So why are you letting me on here?
I live.
Are you a racist?
The top
I
one.
don't know.
I live in a
Probably
decent
not.
neighborhood at the time, but the blacks moved in. My wife wanted to leave.
This is from JiL?
Yeah, this is from JiL.
Oh shit!
What the fuck?
I remember this. I remember this shit. Now that
It was the
I've
most
seen it.
blatant thing I think I've seen from
Yeah, Childish Gambino. Yeah, that shit was hot.
him, so I had to screen cap him.
Wait, why did you mention
What
mention
in
talk?
the world? Why would you say that?
Because you're racist.
Why you say it?
He's
Hello,
a fucking
my
white
appreciation.
supremacist, dude. Like,
What
Well,
a
I mean,
piece of
to be
shit.
to be fair, he did say his wife wants to
He
move, not
did
him.
admit that he's a neo-Nazi, so take that.
yeah,
He
I
did
talked
admit.
about the Vosh thing. I talked about the Vosh thing.
What a piece of shit.
Yep.
Ugh, that's so much more than a write-off. That's worse than a write-off.
So I'm saying, I just want to see a fucking arm, man. I don't think the dude is black. I really don't.
A write-off is like 1,000 leagues above that person.
I mean, I'm fairly certain of that, Maya. Fairly certain that he's Danny Glover's son.
Math Pig says he's 2 minutes behind recording this.
Jill, just don't make. I don't want to ban you. I don't like banning anyone, but I will kick you repeatedly. Bye.
So you probably
Jill
should
has-
let Jill back in.
Jill has caused me a lot of laughs throughout the years. I'm not gonna lie. Like the first time I ever met the dude, like he triggered me in Skylar Fiction side chat because he was like primarily just trolling Skylar Fiction back then. He has a special relationship with Skylar.
Whatever happened to Skylar Fiction anyway?
He just does this thing every once in a while now. I think he like a lot of us, he gets disinterested. I hit that damn fucking button. I think that's a good point to end it until I open up the room later. At that point, Jill is in the side chat saying some pretty bad things about Skylar Fiction, repeating it over and over and over again. And I do believe the next time he comes in is when they were trying to get that "go fuck yourself" finish for Math Pig there. And he came in and he just said something really, really stupid and then left. So Wildheart crushes the idiocy of Jill, gives him chance after chance after chance to explain his claim on why I'm a racist. Idiocy ensued, and Wildheart did it. He did it the right way. He yelled, told him he's stupid, threw him backstage time and time again, but gave him chance after chance to articulate and to prove his claim. But Jill, unfortunately, was just too dumb to do it. We had some fun last night. It was good times. Good times on Wildhearts Channel lately. Man, do be streaming forever. So we do that, though, when we start up. Ask Gur. You'll stream 6-7 hours, and then it's like, I'll go into a fucking stream for 6 or 7 hours, but I don't want to do a stream for 6 or 7 hours. So I'll be back on probably around 6 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 at the latest. But I'm gonna try to have dinner done before the stream. Make sure my daughter's fed, I'm fed, and then I'm gonna go right up until I probably feel like I need to go to bed. Sometimes that's around 10 o'clock. Sometimes when I'm in these rooms, it seems to be around 2 o'clock. So we'll see how long I go. God damn. Hopefully that shit's done. But I doubt by 6 o'clock that shit's done. I know you guys don't hear it. But yeah, around 6 p.m. tonight, Eastern time. First open room in a while. And if you're doing as I am, if you're like, fuck, I'm not going to celebrate an illusion of freedom. I'm not going to celebrate as they're stripping personal liberty away from human beings in this supposed land of the free. Well, come hang out. Join the room. It'll be fun. It'll be something to do anyway. Something to do. So until then, I'll see you soon.